There's more. Last night, Ryan Feldman went on Joey's stream, and he is the guy who basically does all the work at Hustler Casino Live. Oh, I think he owns it with Nick. Him and Nick own the stream, and he went on Joey's stream for 3 hours, and he revealed uh, a lot of inside information about this hand where Garrett accused Robbi of cheating. Now, the main focus of this interview was a Reddit post that somebody made, that has accusing Ryan of, cheating at the bike and all this. Ryan went through that literally sentence by sentence, paragraph by paragraph, and just destroyed it. He just wiped it off the map. Okay. And then he went on to talk about what happened and what's happening with Robbi and Garrett. Okay. Now, the thing is, none of this would happen. None of this would have happened if Garrett hadn't accused this girl of cheating. Okay. Now, everybody is saying, right? Oh, well, she's sketchy about, what her response is sketchy and blah blah blah. In this chat right here, Bart was in there, and I said, hey, Bart, she doesn't know this Brian guy. There's no connection. And Bart answers, oh, you believe her? She's lying about this. She's lying about that. Okay, that's great. What about Garrett? What about Garrett? We actually have Garrett 100% lying about something. 100% lying about something. And this is what Ryan revealed last night. And there's another one that's sketchy that he's probably lying about. Okay, so we definitely have him lying, and we've got him probably lying. Okay, nobody. Why isn't anybody holding him to task and saying, well, if he's lying about that, maybe he's lying about her cheating? Right? With Robbi, you're saying, well, she's lying about, she misread her hand. She's lying about that. So she's lying about cheating, right? So what about Garrett? What about Garrett lying? This is what Ryan brought to light last night, or reiterated. And this goes on after the hand, right? So the hand is done, and Garrett thinks he got cheated. He goes into the hallway with Ryan. Okay, he calls Ryan in there. Ryan comes down and gets in the hallway. And Garrett says to Ryan, I was cheated, right? So straight off from the get-go, Garrett is just coming out full bore. He's swinging for the fences. I was cheated, right? And at this point, Ryan says, you weren't cheated, dude. Nothing happened. You weren't. What do you mean? She wasn't cheating. You didn't get cheated. Oh yeah, I got cheated 100%. So they talked about it for a minute. And so then Ryan says, I'll go talk to Robbi. And Garrett says, no, why don't we all talk together? Which is a ploy to get Robbi in there so he can confront her. So he can intimidate her. So he can, do whatever is in his mind that he was going to do. He didn't want all three of them to talk. He wanted to confront Robbi. Okay. So Robbi goes in the back or in the hallway, whatever. And at this time, right, she says, blah, 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 what, you're mad, blah, blah. What can I do to help you to stay? Garrett was going to leave. This is where we get to the lies. Garrett was going to leave, right? And Robbi says, well, what can I do to get you to stay? Now, at this point, Garrett says, give me my money back. This is the lie that is sketchy, because he's saying, oh, I didn't ask for the money back. Robbi said the day after, the night of or the day after, he asked for the money back. And what did Ryan say? Ryan agreed with her. Ryan said in a text or something to Robbi, yeah, that's what I heard too. So we have two people saying Garrett asked for the money back, and we have Garrett saying, no, I didn't. I didn't ask for the money back. So if you take, and last night in the podcast, in this stream, right, Ryan reiterated that. He said, look, I could be remembering this wrong, but I remember what Robbi's talking about. I remember it the way Robbi remembers it. So Ryan's being real diplomatic, real political. He doesn't want to condemn the guy who's on his podcast or who's on his stream, his HCL stream, right? And he says real politically, I remember what Robbi remembered. Instead of calling Garrett a liar and saying, dude, you asked her for the money, he said, I remember what Robbi remembered. What did Robbi remember? He asked me for the money. He asked me for the money. So if you take, let's say Robbi's a liar, right? She's not honest. Garrett's out of his mind. He doesn't know what he's saying. Who's the one person left that's of a clear mind? Who's the one person left that has no stake in the actual hand? Ryan. And Ryan says, I remember it like Robbi does. Meaning Garrett asked her for the money. Okay? And Garrett's saying, no, I didn't ask for the money. So Garrett's lying. Okay? Garrett's a liar here. And even if let's just say he's not, because we don't know, even though we have two people here out of three that are saying he asked for the money, right? Even though we have that, let's just say that let's say that's a push. Go to the next one. Robbi says, well, what can I do to make you stay? What will you do to make you stay? Either he says, give me my money back, or she says, can I give you the money back? He goes, yeah. If I get the money back, I'll stay. So now he's made a deal with Robbi, right? Let's say you make a deal with somebody. You say, hey, look, I'll give you your money back. You stay. Okay? That's the deal. I give you the money. I return the money, and you stay. Now, why would she make that deal? She's already said why she'd make that deal. Why would she make that deal? Because she could win the money back. Think about it. In poker, you can win money and lose money in a game only if somebody's in it. So she says, I'll give you the money back if you stay. That was the terms of her agreement. Why? She wasn't saying, I'll give you the money back and get out of here and call me a cheater. No, she was saying, I'll give you the money back if you stay. Why? Because we'll keep the stream going. The golden boy will be appeased, and I can win it back. I have a chance of getting my money back. I have a chance here of getting my money back, and I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to beat him again. That's why she made the deal. And Garrett goes, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I'll make that deal. I'll make that deal with you, Robbi. I'll make that deal with you, Robbi. So Robbi says, I'll give you the money back. You stay here and play cards. Garrett goes, yeah, okay, that sounds good. We'll do it. And then what happens? Ryan says they go out to the table, right? And Robbi gives him the money back. And he's losing his mind because this is all happening on the stream, right? Robbi gives him the money back. In the process of giving the money back, Rip goes nuts. Calls Garrett a coward, basically, using different terminology. Calls him a coward. Calls him weak. Doesn't like it. And makes it known that he doesn't like that. So then what does Garrett do? Garrett goes back to the table and puts the chips in his bag, puts his money in his bag, and leaves. So Garrett lied. Garrett broke an agreement that he made. He made an agreement person to person. If you give me the money back, I will continue to play. I will continue to play. When he got back to the table, he left. Now, he used an excuse of, oh, Rip was yelling. Oh, Rip was yelling. Oh, well, if you're a man of your word, okay, and you say you're going to go sit at a table and somebody yells at you, you're going to just back out. You're a man of your word. You say, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock and your Uber doesn't show up. You just go, I'm not going to be there. Or what do? Get another Uber to get there by 10 o'clock? Or what do? Get a ride? What do you do? You just call it all off? No. You get another Uber, you go there by 10 o'clock. You're a stand-up guy. You say, I'll have your $10,000 by tomorrow at noon. You come up with $10,000 tomorrow at noon. You don't go, oh, yeah, I can't make it. Can't make it. See, everybody's bagging on Beans because Beans is late paying, so he's not keeping his word, right? Garrett didn't keep his word. Garrett didn't keep his word. Garrett told Robbi, give me the money back and I'll go play the game. He didn't. He lied. He took the money back and he lied to do it. He lied to get the money. Because what if he had said, you know what? No, I'm not going to play anymore. Just give me the money back. What would she have said then? Because if he just goes, give me the money, she has no chance to win it back. She might not have agreed. She might have went, well, wait a minute. Wait, what do you mean? You're just going to take the money and leave? I won the money. Now, I don't know about that, man. But he said, no, yeah, I'll come back. So she gives him the money based upon the fact that he's going to come back to the table and she can win it back. So Garrett lied. He lied about her, number one, cheating, in my opinion. Okay? You're going to find that out as time goes on. But he lied about asking her for the money. He did ask her for the money, according to two people. And he lied about saying, yeah, I'll come back to the game. No problem. Lied about that too. So Garrett is not even close to beyond reproach. He has some sort of crazy conspiracy theory here. This guy goes over the LA Times interview, which I did too. His legal team advised him to leave out speculation about the specific methodology and roles of each member of the cheating ring. He's got a whole conspiracy built up here. And that's another thing Ryan kind of said without saying. He said when he saw the hand, he saw no cheating. He was 100% sure at the time that Garrett did not get cheated. 100% sure. It wasn't even a question in his mind that he got cheated. He was just looking at the hand going, wow, that was wild. That was a wild one. Wow, that was crazy. He didn't jump to the conclusion Robbi cheated. He didn't come to the conclusion there was a ring of people around him that were cheating on his stream. But see, he can't say that because has to be political about it. He's saying, well, we're going to wait till the investigation. But when he's talking during this thing and Garrett goes, oh, yeah, I was cheated, right? He said, no, you weren't. Ryan said, no, you weren't. No, she cheated me. Like, no, she didn't. They were signaling. No, they weren't. There was no signaling, dude. There's nothing going on here. So Ryan has made it known that he was absolutely 100% convinced there was no cheating the night of. Now, later on, when he found out, when people were saying, well, they could do this and they could do this and they could do this, he said, well, maybe. Well, maybe. I guess it is possible. But when you have possibilities and probabilities, right, which is really all the world is, you have to go with what's the probability? What's the chances here? What are the chances are that she has a cheating ring? Okay. It went from her cheating to The specific methodology and roles of each member of the cheating ring. You have to understand now, Garrett is not just saying she cheated. He's saying there's a ring of people cheating with no evidence. With no evidence. So not only is he saying she cheated, he's saying there's more than her that's in on it. So if you are sitting there with your mind going, well, he said she cheated. No, he said there's a ring of cheaters. There's a ring of people, not just her. Okay. And Ryan is saying that's ridiculous. He's saying it's absolutely ridiculous. There is no way that there was a ring of people cheating in this game. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way. And later on in this podcast, when he talks about the investigation, he's basically saying, we're going to leave it up to the investigation. He doesn't think that anything happened. So here you have the guy who's running the whole stream. And is it possible? Yeah, when I talk about probabilities and possibilities, is it possible? Yes. There's maybe a 1% chance, maybe a 2% chance that there's a ring. Garrett has a ring, a cheating ring here. There's a 1 to 2% chance that maybe there's something happened there. Okay. But there's about a 98% chance that the girl just played a hand dumb, that the girl just played a hand not very well. And Ryan even says in this stream, he goes, when I saw her play for the first time, okay, so he gets a call from DGAF, right? Billy, get her on the show. He gets her on the show. And he was like, she's an amateur. She didn't know what she's doing. And he loved it. He thought it was great. He thought it's great for the game. Here, well, and many people have said this online. They're feeding fish to Garrett. Get her in the game. Yeah, get her in the game. No, she's good. She's good for the game. He said it. What does that mean? She's going to lose a lot of money to people who we have on the stream, like Garrett. She's not that good. She's an amateur. She's good for the game. That's what Ryan kept saying. He wanted her on the game. He wanted her on the game so Garrett could eat her alive. And then when Garrett lost, he couldn't have lost a hand to an amateur. He couldn't have lost a hand to somebody who made a crazy call. He couldn't have lost a hand. No, there's a cheating ring. Oh, she cheated me, right? Oh, she 100% cheated me. Turns into, oh, there's a cheating ring. Now, Garrett has zero proof. Garrett has presented proof that's been debunked. Okay, every point this guy comes up with on his 2.2+2 article is nothing but bunk. There's nothing there. There's zero evidence there. And Ryan has said there's no evidence. He said this several times. There is no evidence. There's no evidence. You have somebody going like this. That's not evidence. He said, you look over, and this guy has done thousands of streams. Okay. This guy has worked on thousands of poker streams. Okay. He said, you could go back and look at poker streams and see people doing all kinds of stuff you could interpret as cheating. That doesn't mean they were. So Rip's doing this, and all of a sudden, we're cheating. Rip does this, and all of a sudden it's cheating. Nick does this, and all of a sudden it's cheating. No, come on, man. The girl played a hand not very smartly, exactly the way that Garrett wanted her to play it. Think about it. If you're a pro and you shove and somebody calls you with Jack 4, isn't that your dream come true? Think about it. You shove and somebody calls you with Jack 4. Isn't that, as a pro, your dream come true? Isn't that what you want? Don't poker pros want to take amateurs' money? Don't poker pros show up at tables specifically to take everybody's money there? And so when someone calls your all in for 136,000 bucks or 250, whatever the pot was, and they call you with Jack high, isn't that your dream come true? Of course it is. So she calls you with Jack high and you lose. It doesn't mean she's cheating, dude. And once again, Daniel Negreanu's on his little stream saying there's no evidence. There's no evidence of cheating. And this guy has played a lot of poker, man. This guy has played a lot of poker. There's no evidence of cheating. Phil Ivey stayed in the game. So there was no evidence of to Phil Ivey there was cheating. Person stayed in the game. No evidence to him of cheating. Ryan kept the stream going. No evidence to him cheating. No, Ryan kept the stream going. He didn't see any cheating. Andy said he didn't see anything. He said on the stream at the time, I didn't see anything going on. I don't even know what he's talking about. Meaning Garrett. I don't know what Garrett's talking about. I didn't see anything going on. So don't you think that if you were sitting at a table where people were cheating and you just saw somebody got cheated out of $136,000, don't you think you'd get up and leave if you thought there was cheating? Because you don't want to lose your $136,000. No, they didn't. They stayed there. The only person that got up was Garrett, and that's what he makes plain. That's what Ryan makes plain. Nobody left. Nobody else left. So Garrett, once again, lied. He lied when he said he didn't ask her for the money, and he lied when he said he would stay at the game. Right? He's probably lying when he said Robbi cheated. Okay? And he's definitely lying when he says there's a cheating ring. Or he's mistaken or he's wrong. But any way that you slice it, man, this guy is just